You can have the discipline of a monk, but if you spend every weekend with five
Hey,
heavy
keep it
drinkers,
down.
guess what happens? You do not stay the pure exception for long. You become the
Okay,
sixth.
fine.
We like to believe our willpower is the main problem, but the truth is brutal. Your environment is stronger than your will. You cannot win a fight against temptations you personally invited into your living room. Think of it this way. You would never lock a grizzly bear in your house and then try really hard not to pet it. Yet that is exactly what you do with your phone, the junk food in your cupboard, and the toxic relationships in your contact list. You
Why?
keep predators within arm's reach and blame yourself for getting bitten. Your progress is being quietly sabotaged by your surroundings. Today, we are going to install 3 environment protocols to protect your space and your energy. The goal is simple. Build a frictionless path toward good habits and a brick wall against the bad ones. Willpower is not an infinite power source. It fades faster than your phone battery on 1%. Every decision, every resisted temptation, every just this once argument drains it a little more. When willpower runs low, you fall back to your default behaviors, whatever is easiest, closest, and most familiar in your environment. That is why you eat what is in the house, click what is on the screen, and say yes to whoever shouts the loudest. A chaotic environment creates a chaotic mind. If your room looks like a storage unit exploded, your thoughts will feel scattered too. You can meditate, drink green juice, and repeat affirmations. But if you're doing it in a space that looks like a crime scene, your nervous system will never fully relax. Your brain is constantly scanning clutter as unfinished tasks, quietly raising your stress baseline. And it's not just objects. Energy is contagious. Mood is contagious. Discipline is contagious. Your social circle is not just influencing you, it is programming you. Sit around complainers, you become more negative. Sit around builders, you become more serious about your own life. Choosing your environment, physical and social, is not cosmetic. It is choosing your future. Protocol 1 is the environment reset. You design the room to make the right choice easy and the wrong choice annoying. You start with something deceptively small, the 10-minute tidy. Every evening, you set a timer and reset your space for just 10 minutes. No deep cleaning, no perfection, just visible order. Clearing surfaces, putting things back where they belong, creating a sense of this space is under control. Psychologically, you cannot fully rest in chaos. Your environment is either quietly screaming at you or quietly supporting you. Think of it as the loudest voice in your life, second only, if you believe, to God. When you control the room, you lower the noise in your head. When the noise drops, you get access back to clarity, which is where good decisions come from. Next, you design for behavior. You create a frictionless path for good habits and obstacles for the bad ones. Want to drink more water? Put a full bottle next to your bed so it's the first thing you see. Want to read more? Put the book on your pillow or nightstand instead of your phone. Want to work out? Lay out your gym clothes where you cannot ignore them. On the flip side, you make temptation annoying. Set a digital sunset for 10 p.m., all screens off. If you have to charge your phone, leave it in another room at night. Remove junk snacks from easy reach or stop buying them for emergencies that mysteriously happen every evening. The goal is not to be superhuman. It's to require less willpower by letting the room do half the work. Finally, introduce the money and mindset mirror. Start tracking your spending. Every dollar becomes a reflection of your emotional impulses, your escapes, and where boredom sends you. This simple tracking habit spreads. Once you see where your money leaks, you start noticing where your time leaks and where your attention leaks. Tracking money quietly turns into tracking yourself. And that awareness is the foundation of any real reset. Protocol 2 is the friend filter, and it hits your comfort zone where it hurts, your relationships. Maybe you've spent years as a full-time people pleaser with part-time boundaries. You say yes because you're afraid of conflict, of guilt, of being seen as difficult. Every unnecessary yes drains your energy and quietly teaches you that other people's priorities outrank your own. This has to change. The most powerful word in your self-defense toolkit is no. You
That's
start
way
saying
too
no
high.
more
I wanna
often,
negotiate.
not because you hate
The
fun,
price is
but because
final.
you finally understand that your peace is
priceless.
expensive and not everyone gets a discount. Your time, your focus, and your emotional bandwidth are non-negotiable resources. If someone repeatedly disrespects those, they are not good company. They are a bad investment. Then you redefine fun. For a long time, fun meant escape, staying out too late, doing what everyone else does, temporarily forgetting the life you say you want. Now, fun starts to mean evolving. It means waking up clear-headed, working on something that matters, or spending time with people who leave you lighter, not heavier. Saying no is not rejection. It's redirection, away from the nights that drain you and toward the mornings where you actually win. Here's the filter. The people who respect your no are the ones who deserved your yes in the first place. The ones who punish you for having boundaries were never interested in your well-being, only your availability. Your environment is stronger than your will. Choosing your environment, physical and social, is not cosmetic. It's choosing your future. Protocol 3 is the energy compensation rule. Think of your energy like your Wi-Fi password. You wouldn't hand it to every stranger and then complain your connection is slow. One toxic conversation, one constant complainer, one drama-heavy group chat can slow your entire system down. Guarding your energy is not selfish. It's basic maintenance. The rule is simple. For every draining interaction, you intentionally add 5 positive ones. If a coworker spends 10 minutes dumping negativity on you, you compensate with 5 uplifting touches. Listening to an inspiring podcast, sending a supportive message, reading something that sharpens you, or talking to a friend who actually wants you to win. If a family member pulls you into chaos, you balance it out with content, people, or environments that pull you back toward stability. This is not fake positivity, it's math. Negative inputs are heavy, they stick. You counterweight them on purpose instead of hoping they fade on their own. Over time, you start building a different network. People who value growth, who take responsibility, and who respect boundaries. Aim for 5 people, in real life or online, whose default is progress, not drama. When you stay close to the right network, you borrow their clarity on the days you feel foggy. You borrow their momentum when yours dips. You borrow their standards until they become your own. That is the compounding power of a well-designed environment. It gives you speed, strength, and direction you didn't know you had. Real discipline is not constant struggle. It's quiet peace. It's what happens when your environment, your relationships, and your habits all point in the same direction. Consistency compounds, but only if your life has enough structure to hold it. Every protocol in this video, cleaning your space, filtering your friends, tracking your money, guarding your energy, points to one ultimate promise. You will stop living at the mercy of chaos and start becoming someone you can trust. That's how you turn discipline from a fight into a lifestyle. You don't have to overhaul everything tonight. Start with one move, a 10-minute reset of your room, or one no to a plan you know will drain you. Don't let your comfort zone quietly turn into your nursing home. If you're ready to build a firewall against chaos, choose one protocol to act on today and drop firewall in the comments so you can mark the exact moment you stopped surrendering to your environment and started designing it.